Welcome to Crimson Guitars and welcome to about 8 or 9 hours away from Crimson Guitars. I'm here with John Watson. How are you, sir?
I'm very good, very good.
As are we.
Yeah.
We're at your store in Newcastle.
Yeah.
Guitar.
That's right.
This is the... I've wanted to be in this store and involved with your company since I was a little luthier in a shed at the end of my garden. And I'm a little bit starstruck, which is very weird. But it's awesome. Can you show us your store?
Certainly, absolutely.
It's a lot quieter inside.
Yeah. I'll give you the tour of the store. So basically, we've been here. I think it's about 9 years now. Second premises that we've had in Newcastle. Moved to a bigger and better premises about 9 years ago. So I'll just show you guys around if you want. So first floor, it is on 2 floors. Well, first floor we just have basically there's just a mixture of instruments, acoustics, electrics, basses, which we can.
What's your mix? We're considering. People are constantly asking us to make basses. How many basses do you sell in comparison?
Basses is not a large part of our business. It's probably the way it splits is electric guitars, then acoustic guitars, and basses probably a sort of stringed instrument sales as opposed to amplifier sales probably accounts for, I would say, probably about 20% of the business.
Oh, that's not too bad. Maybe we'll make a bass soon.
Yeah.
I saw the drawing on the CAD computer as we left, so
right. Okay.
It's coming.
Okay. Something in the pipeline maybe. But yeah. Well, funnily enough, though, the basses are all over there, so I guess we'll come to that. We'll come to that later. Yeah. But so, anyway, this way here we've got obviously loads of acoustic guitars. It does tend to be price range probably about £600 down the way that we keep upstairs rather, just with 1 or 2 exceptions. But so it's entry level to guess mid price point, you know.
Yeah.
So there's all the usual brands like Fender. There's Takamine there, we do Yamaha, obviously, there's Ibanez, some smaller brands like Freshman we do really well with, and then there's the more sort of off the wall odd stuff like Gretsch.
Gretsch do some off the wall stuff.
I do.
Did you have one of those? Was it a Gretsch that had the tremolo?
Yep.
Have you ever sold one of those in seriousness?
Yeah. There you go. There's a guitar for everybody, yeah.
And okay.
So yeah, we do pretty well with the.
If you have one of those, I do apologise.
But speaking of Gretsch,
yeah, I mean that's a pretty wall. That is a pretty wall.
We have recently expanded the collection of Gretsch guitars. So we did kind of dip our toe into the water a little bit with it, but now we've decided to commit a bit more to it. So we'll have everything from like the Electromatic series, which is kind of like their entry level stuff, all the way up to Gretsch Professional and some custom shop stuff there. So it's all tastes and price ranges catered for.
It really is. So I mean, what's their entry level? It's 600-700.
There's a series below that, the Streamliner.
Oh, there we go.
Which is that popular? It doesn't look like we've actually got one in stock.
Right up to a $4,000, something that we really wanted to own, actually.
And we do have some custom shop stuff on order.
Yeah.
Which is going to be about £6,000-7,000.
A friend of ours dropped one of those down the stairs by mistake once.
All right.
Do not put your wall hangers at the top of a staircase. Public health and safety warning.
Oh. We're not going to see them for about 3 or 4 years, though.
Seriously?
Such is the weight on them. We'll make sure we don't have
That's
them.
actually slower than Crimson. That's crikey. So, show us. For your entry level top floor, it's a damn sexy floor.
It is. Yeah, it is. I mean, we do all sort of major brands of amplifiers: Orange, Marshall, Black Star, Fender.
We have a soft spot for Orange.
Yeah.
What do you think of Black Star taking over the world?
Oh, you kind of goes on camera with
that. There we go. Moving swiftly onwards. Yeah. Actually, no, that really is a dangerous question. Black Star and Marshall have a slightly fraught relationship.
They do.
And we're not personally at Crimson involved, particularly with either company. a little bit with both companies.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we do
Yeah.
we do well with both both brands. You know, I mean, obviously, Marshall have got the heritage. Everybody knows when you think of a guitar amplifier, you think of a Marshall amp.
absolutely.
You know,
And
it's-
Black Star
everybody does. And well, Black Star have kind of came in with they've shaken things up a little bit. I think
an
And they-
excellent marketing
They
team.
have, yeah, and they do make some good. They make some good product, good quality product, which is affordable. You know.
And that is a lot of the time what it takes. And then I'm leaning here on a stack of oranges.
Yeah.
And I mean, orange has their tone, their sound.
Yeah.
And
Well, funnily enough, if you came in about 3 hours earlier, none of this would be here. So this is a brand new thing for us again.
Seriously?
So, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's all new things happening this week.
seriously, if you're a Crimson fan, phone up, go on. I'm assuming these are on your website.
They are, yeah.
guitarguitar.co.uk.
That's correct, yeah.
No hyphens or anything in the name.
No.
Well done. Buy some orange stock to prove that they should stock it because, well, you've seen them in our videos. They're awesome stuff. Marshall's okay too. And then here we go, some pointy
Yeah,
things.
this is kind of like there's the rock and metal selection.
People look at me and think that I'm, all about the rock and the metal. I don't know what it is.
It's Metallica t-shirt, maybe something to do with it. Or,
Forgot about that.
yeah, a little bit of a clue. I mean, we do like the plenty of LTD, EVH. There's Jackson there, and also some of these brand new Zakk Wylde guitars.
Is that his own brand?
It is.
I am clueless. I had no idea this was happening.
Yeah.
Are they any
Well,
good?
he split from Gibson a few years back and started
Yes.
working on Wild Audio. They're owned by Schecter. It's a subsidiary company of that. They kind of handle the manufacturing and stuff of them. So made by World Guitars, same place as what the higher
Everything,
end Schecter
yeah.
comes out, PRS SEs, So
Pretty much
again-
everybody's in World Guitars
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah.
That, apart from Crimson, made in the UK
yeah.
by hand with love and sweat and tears.
There
And,
you go.
and
Yeah, but I mean, not
Whips.
again, not for everybody, but there's plenty of Zakk Wylde fans out there who absolutely love it.
they make very good guitars.
Yeah.
And as long as you're happy with your design, when you send it to them, you tend to get what you want.
Yeah.
I have heard from people who know.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of quality, it's good parts on it. They use good pickups, and the guitars, the fit and finish on the guitars is really good.
Awesome.
It's a little bit awkward getting a case, though. I will say that, but they are working.
Tell me about it. I built a master built sort of BC Rich Bitch style.
Yeah.
How did you deal with getting a case for that, James?
Base case.
It went in a base case
We've
Jackson headstock.
because it had a long headstock as well. Yeah.
I think we've pretty much tried 14 ways to Sunday for to get a case that fits those, and we haven't found one. Not even the Gator Extreme cases.
Have you tried
They're too wide?
Hiscox?
No, they don't do one. They don't even do like a Flying V case, a regular Flying V case, which they should. Or Explore.
Ah, okay.
Well, there you
Everybody email Hiscox and say we want a universal guitar case from you guys because you make the best cases ever.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, plenty of LTD. It was weird and wonderful stuff like George Lynch guitars. There's the Super V.
I do like that. For my sins, I do like that. That's the sort of thing I would have done when I was about 16. But
Bit H.R. Geiger kind of influenced Tiger there. It's a really nice guitar.
as you said, there's a guitar for you, black and red. Everybody likes black and red.
The Gary Holt from Slayer guitar. It's amazing. Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's going to get you laid, isn't it?
Right. Cool. Limited edition.
I think that's the first time I've ever said something like that on our YouTube channel. Please forgive me. Did you just edit that out?
No, I can't edit while I'm on the phone.
And then we also have some USA Jackson here as
So-
well, which is quite an unusual thing to see. Hanging on the wall.
That's a really nice guitar. And that's a full quilted maple top.
Yeah.
Hidden underneath a mostly translucent white.
Yeah. I don't know how well your camera will pick that up, but it is actually a trans white finish. And it's stained like false binding, I guess. Stained black binding there. That's Chris Broderick signature, who used to be in Megadeth. I don't quite know the name of the band that he's in now, but great guitar. And then
I wasn't expected to be blown away by a Jackson of all things. That's
Yeah.
really, really, really nice instrument.
And then there's the Misha Mansour from Periphery.
Yeah,
Amazing colour.
we can do that.
Yeah. Very sort of Black Machine influence on this guitar, you know. Great. Glow in the dark lumen layers.
Yeah.
Very nice.
This is the one problem with a guitar geek luthier coming to a guitar shop with this much stock. I'm literally salivating right now. Please forgive me.
Yeah, so
I'm sure we got one of these on order at the moment.
more
I have to
Jackson
build one.
and loads of Ibanez.
Korg.
Yeah.
Ibanez are coming out with a lot of guitars with. I need to trip over that one.
That's fine.
A lot of guitars with the very pretty veneers
Yeah.
and tops. Do you have one of those half fretted beasties in? Have you seen those?
No, we don't. No, we don't. We're waiting on a. We'll have some an unusual Ibanez bass, which I can show you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please do.
When we get round to the basses there.
They do some really nice stuff, and that's an 800 quid guitar, which, I mean, this is one reason why our 1 series has ended up not really going. To make something that competes with a guitar that looks and feels like this in the UK, it's actually slightly problematic. That's... Yeah. Wenge,
Yeah.
Bubinga.
That's right.
Bubinga's on the CITES list now, I think.
Right.
So you'll have... Don't tell them there's Bubinga on there. We'll post that.
It's only if it goes out the UK.
How are you dealing with CITES as a company? Has it affected you at all?
It's more affected I would say the supply of instruments, because we do import some lines, which it does slow things down a little bit. Actually, getting it into the country, and there was a little bit more administration and sort of paperwork, red tape, if you like, involved. But
Fun times.
Somebody at the door. Like I was saying, it's more our suppliers who it's affected. You know, I mean, I know like Fender are changing the materials that they're using on certain guitars.
Power Ferro now, yeah.
Power Ferro on Mexican-built guitars, which used to be rosewood, and on the American Elites, where they did use rosewood, they're now using ebony. So it's a bit of an upgrade, and a more unusual.
And watch, ebony gets put on the list next year.
Yeah, and then they'll have to figure something.
If I'm
out.
right, I'm going to be so pissed off.
Well, I mean, Pow Ferro is a bit more of an unusual wood, something that you normally only see on higher end guitars. So it's
Yeah. I don't particularly like the look of it. It tends to be a bit lighter, and I get the sense it's a bit more brittle. It's probably not true. It's just I have a relationship with wood.
what house to work with, but
Yeah.
you know, it's normally you would just see that on higher end instruments. So it's a bit, you know.
Stevie Ray Vaughan model. There we go.
That's correct. Yeah. Served, used it
Yeah.
on some higher end models and stuff. So yeah, I mean it has really slowed down the supply of a lot of stock for us, but you know, we're dealing with it. So
Okay. Well, we don't really know what we're going to do with shipping, apart from avoid rosewood.
yeah.
I mean, take a squiz around the store. I mean, and this is only one of 2 floors. This is awesome.
Maybe should have counted the amount of guitars before starting videoing.
So you talk, it's 800, 1,000, 7?
In terms of stock, we don't have everything out on display. I think it's probably about 8. Well, stock holding is around about 800 guitars, 850
That
on
is
display. About 600,
all right.
I think.
Come to Guitar Newcastle.
Yeah.
Look at 800 guitars and then buy a Crimson, because that's making a point.
Yeah.
And the basses up here. You said you had a strange bass to show
yeah,
me.
well, we do. Well, we've got plenty of Fenders here, Jaguars.
Oh, and the bass room is
Yeah,
full with a demo, so we can't go in there.
We did, yeah. Maybe when we come back, we can show. You know, we do have. We do the usual suspects with bass. There's Fender. We do Rickenbacker, where Rickenbacker's quite a hard line for to get a hold of, because they don't make a lot.
They don't make a lot. They're limited to, is it 2,000 a year?
Yeah, and even less seem to come into the UK. So it tends to be a feast or famine situation with them. But again, it's an iconic bass. Geddy Lee,
absolutely,
Lemmy, Cliff Burton. You know.
So they send a list out, don't they, saying we've got XYZ available, and the first person to pick up the phone and say I want X, Y, and Z gets it.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Good method.
Good. Yeah. You know, they create a demand.
So have we got to a point where you want a high-speed internet line into your store, so you get the first email?
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Yeah. The room is empty.
Yeah.
I noticed that the bass room is quarantined.
Well, this is just kind of like I was saying before we sort of were on camera. You know, we have been having a bit of a move around just to keep things fresh here. You know, and one of them was just putting in a dedicated sort of bass department. But also it's handy because the room is soundproof, so
100%
people can come in and try it. You know, maybe if they feel a little bit self-conscious about playing in a guitar store, which a lot of people do, think it's a bit intimidating. You know, they can sort of play away at their heart's content in there without anybody sort of listening in, you know.
This is the thing that I've noticed being here. We've been here about an hour at this point, and for a guitar store, it's actually remarkably peaceful and quiet. Mm-hmm. You know, there is the odd blast of noise, but it's not the incessant whittling in the background.
Yeah. I mean, which
although
is
you have those days, I'm
sure.
Yeah,
you do. Yeah, which is good. You know, when there's only be one person at a time in there, but I mean, it does help with you know. And if people want to try a loud amp through there, they're more than welcome to do that, and it tends not to disturb everybody in the store, you know. It just keeps it a nicer environment for people. Yeah, absolutely. So in terms of like basses, like I was saying, there's the usual suspects, but then we do some stuff that you'll not really see in many other stores, like Lakeland basses. We do really well with Mayonnaise. It's Fender Custom Shop there. Although I don't have any here right at the moment, we do a lot with Sadowski.
Yeah, they're phenomenal instruments.
Oh, they're amazing.
And you can't beat the Music Man.
No, the iconic Music Man, the Stingray. Nice one in chili red, I believe that is.
I have a weakness for red things. I don't know what that's about either. Awesome.
Yeah. So
let's go downstairs.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing that's.
Oh, don't let James anywhere near this.
That's like a fraction of the pedals. It's an ever expanding market. Pedals. I remember. I mean, when I first started working in a guitar store, it was probably going to be. It was 1995, and when you were selling pedals, all you had to worry about was Boss, Digitech, and DoD. And you kind of knew what stuff would do from the name on the pedal, because it Boss DS1 distortion. You know that's going to be a distortion. But now, I mean, the pedals, it's just expanded probably like insanely, like 100-fold. And there's a lot to kind of keep up with there.
And it seems to be the case with musicians that they can. I mean, hell, on the way up here, James was talking about the EP booster he's just bought.
Yeah.
And he's, literally bought it on the way up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you design and make pedals yourself. Why are you buying pedals?
But the thing is about it, you think back to 20 odd years ago, the only way you could really change the tone of your setup, of your rig, was by buying a new amplifier. Yeah. You know, nowadays you can buy an amp that is sort of pedal friendly, like a Fender Deluxe or something, and there's like literally there's 100, 200 distortion pedals, which, you know, there's just so much choice.
And people buy them and sell them, and swap out. They end up with 20 different pedals.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. So I mean, they've been more popular than ever.
Okay, the camera person has gone walkies. He's lost himself. There's another rack here.
Yeah, loads of Dunlop wires. We just received these. Keeley have started doing their modded pedals again. So there's all of the old favourites like the TS8, the TS9, the SD1, DS1, all of the Keeley mods.
I kind of need an SD1.
Amazing.
I need an SD1 in my life. Come on, take me away. So,
Epiphone, a little bit of Gibson guitars. up here.
It's actually quite fun.
Again, as I was saying, we have had a bit of a move around, and we'll have these normally Gibson guitars would just be exclusively downstairs, but
Yeah.
we've kind of got some up here because a lot, like I was saying earlier, a lot of people don't realise there's a downstairs, so there is.
It's I mean that's unfortunate. Well,
But we do. That is just what we're letting folk know we do Gibson up here. So there's loads
seen-
more downstairs.
I've seen quite a lot of left-handed guitars.
Yeah.
I mean, how often do you sell left-handed?
I mean, it's a hard question to answer because we might not sell one for a couple of weeks, but then we could have a run of them. I mean, we do make a real sort of as a not just this shop, but as a company as a whole,
Yeah.
we make a real concerted effort to stock as much left-handed
That's
gear as we can actually get our hands on. You know, there's a lot of other stores that'll just be the odd guitar here or the archetypal Sunburst Strat with a maple neck, and that's kind of
your only option.
your choice. You know.
Well, this is it. I mean, walking around, I've seen more left-handed guitars in this store than any other single place I've
Yeah.
ever been in.
Yeah, I mean
Which is quite impressive.
Yeah, we do like to get involved in it. I mean, we do actually have a couple of members of staff who are left-handed as well. So that's.
Burn them.
So anyway, here we go.
I can't believe with your company colours, you're only just now started to deal with orange.
Well, no, in the Newcastle store.
In this particular
in this
store,
particular
there we go.
store,
Okay.
Yeah. So this is kind of like the, I guess the inner sanctum down here, you know, which has been all of the ultra, the high end and the ultra high end stuff. But we've kind of mixed things up a little bit. So I mean, there's acoustics down here. There's semi-hollow bodied, there's like electric, solid body electrics, and the higher end amplifiers. So we do Mesa Boogie, Bogner, Friedman amps. I mean, it's just an
We've got a
absolute,
custom audio amplifier down
custom
here,
audio. Yeah.
which is purple.
Yeah.
I mean, the colour alone is, well, crikey. I mean, Bogner.
That amp there is a special order for somebody. It's actually pre-owned, but it was a prototype for what has become the PT100, the Pete Thorne model. So that's a PT100 before it was actually named PT100. Bogner, Helios, amazing sort of Marshall, hot rodded Marshall sound. And then there's the Friedman Brown Eye there.
So in this day and age when the backline is disappearing and the Helix, etc., is taking over, we had a Helix delivered the other day. And it's like, no, you can deal with that. I'm not even going to...
Yeah, I mean, I think there's room for everything. You know, there's room for, like, obviously the modelers, they give you so many different so many different sounds, and it's a lot easier for to carry a modeler around than it is for to carry the stack.
Although volume, tone, mids, etc., modeler, it's beyond me personally.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what you want out of it, you know. But
Yes, I am simple-minded.
I don't think there's probably nothing that can replace the feel of playing through a loud valve amp. You know,
And what's the market been like for amplifiers? I mean,
we don't sell as many big amplifiers right now as what we used to. Bearing in mind with what I was saying before with the pedals, a lot of people, they'll not change their amp. They'll just buy a good pedal platform amp, whether that's like a deluxe or a hot rod deluxe,
Two-rock.
something like that. Yeah, and they'll mix it up with pedals. So, I mean, we still sell a good steady amount of high end amplifiers, but maybe it's not as much as we have done in years gone by. But
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, the fact that we can see a company grow like Blackstar has, in the day and age, at the same exact time that modelers are coming in, and you know, it says that genre is never going to die.
No. I mean, people still, we still sell amps. I mean, there's obviously a lot of, you can plug into your mobile phone now and get really, really good sounds, but there's still, or plug into your computer, but it's still, there's still a market for people who just want to plug in and play on a guitar amp, you know.
Absolutely. Well,
A lot easier to get her up and running than booting a computer up.
Absolutely. I'm building a custom at the moment that has magnets built into the top,
Yeah.
so that the guy can put his phone magnetically to the top of the guitar.
Oh, okay.
and recording stuff there.
Right.
So it's happening.
If you need any help, just ask away. Okay.
Thank you.
Looky. There's a surfeit of koa in this room. I mean, Taylor are superb at what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazingly well built guitars. We do really, really well with Taylor. Love everything that they manufacture. And again, it's a brand that kind of cater to like players of all abilities and budgets. I mean, we do the biggest selling acoustic guitar that we sell is one of the like a GS Mini.
Yeah.
I mean,
that must be one of the biggest selling guitars on the planet.
Oh,
really.
I think it is the biggest selling acoustic guitar on the planet. Fantastic. It's a small body, but doesn't sound like a small guitar. The baby Taylors do really well. Taylor Swift model.
Yeah. That was a match made in heaven.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
How about the T5s? I mean, that's 2,700 quid.
Yeah, there's a built to order. This is amazing. See if
I was looking at that.
I just need to get this out without. This is amazing, which is the BTO program, or built to order, which is kind of like Taylor's custom shop, where you can specify what you can actually. If you go over to the factory, you can actually pick your own woods out. Which actually, a few of it. There's one guy, Dean here, went over to the Taylor factory last year and picked a few guitars out, built from the ground up. And I mean, that's just got an amazing quilt top on it, and just amazing binding, wood binding.
This is the reaction that we want to get from our guitars. So come and check out our built to order program. That is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
I
mean, we do really well with T5s, because it's as the swing tag says, is it acoustic or is it electric? And it just kind of provides good quality sounds of both plugged in acoustic sounds and an electric sounds. And they do great. The classic, obviously not everybody's got £5,000-6,000 to do an amazing stripped down version of it called the classic, all mahogany. Sounds great.
Well, you can't argue with that. Martins of all shape and size and genre, from the backpacker right up to
There's Eric Clapton signatures. We've actually got, there's a D42 which we've just taken a deposit on out the back, so we've got somebody for to, so with there's all prices, pockets are catered for. The D42 is really, really nice. Again, there's more unusual stuff here, as well as the Martin and Taylor and Gibson. We also do a lot of like smaller build, like Loudon, Alistair Atkin, who's a British guy in Salisbury there. We do Collings, Santa Cruz, although that is a second-hand one. I mean, Loudon we do.
Santa Cruz are a phenomenal company.
That's the OM.
Yeah,
which is obviously like a Martin OM. We do really well with Loudon, and I believe we're the Guitar is the world's biggest Loudon dealer. So nobody sells more Loudons than us.
They're Sweden or Loudon?
No, Loudon are Irish.
Is it Irish?
Yeah.
Who am I talking about then?
I don't know.
I'm now embarrassed.
Strandberg?
Forgive me.
But they don't make acoustics. So.
No.
And Atkin, which is amazing. This guitar. It's actually a D28 model, but it's aged, so it's actually relict.
It's got that lovely crackle.
Yeah, like very thin nitro finish on it. And even on the inside, it's all sort of like dirty and grimy in there, so it does look like an old guitar.
He's another very, very, very good builder.
Yeah.
I'm still uncertain on the whole relicking thing. Where do you stand on relic guitars?
We do. I personally, I love them. I think they're great. But I do. It's quite funny when we post pictures of relic guitars on our Facebook page. It polarizes people.
100%. I've had death threats.
Yeah, I mean, people really, really go mental about it, saying it's an outrage. But I think if you get it, it's great, And I actually think the feel of a relic guitar, like a Fender custom shop guitar, I prefer the broken in feel.
Yeah, absolutely. It's there's an element. Actually, let's stop talking about it because I'm gonna put my foot in it. It's one of those things.
But it really does. You just notice the comments on Facebook, and it really does get, But
Hey, but as a company, that's what we want: people commenting,
yeah,
whether they like it or not.
As I said earlier on, there's a guitar for everybody, And at the end of the day, it's only a guitar. It's not. If you don't want it, or you don't like it, you don't have to buy it.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of my take on Relican. So which kind of
Which leads us to this wall here.
Yeah.
So
Masterbuilt. We have a really, really good relationship with a Fender custom shop, and we do carry quite a lot of Masterbuilt guitars in stock. We've set them away on a few projects. This one is one of said projects where we asked them to build their interpretation of a 1963 Strat. Said we want a 3-tone sunburst with a tortoiseshell guard, and we've got each master builder to build both a relic version and an NOS version.
okay.
And all the ones that we've received so far have all been sold through.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, so we've had the John Cruz, we've had Todd Krause, we've had Dale Wilson, so we've got the Dennis Kozlowska one there. And as a product of like our relationship with them, we have gotten some master builders to design guitars for us as well, so there's the master design. This few guitars here, we kind of got done in. It was almost as a reaction of the way people responded to relic guitars on Facebook. They were like, it's fake aging, well, we were like, well, why don't, Dale Wilson was like, well, why don't we I'll build you a guitar, but we'll do it as a relic finish, but without the relicing. So in terms of, you can see here, because the kind of finish that they put on a relic is different to what they put on an NOS. It's a lot thinner finish.
Yeah.
So he hasn't reliced this, but he sprayed it. Okay. It's kind of come to us before it's been kicked around the workroom floor. And the idea with this is that when you play it, it's going to ding up. The finish is going to wear through, and you can actually see it's all starting to sink. You'll never see it on the camera, but it's gonna wear through.
That's not a bad idea.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of like a product of the relationship that we have with a custom shop. So it's good.
How is that being affected with Brexit and all of that? Try not to be too political.
Yeah, I mean the sort of the pound-dollar rate it's not been, prices have went up.
Yeah.
Undeniably, but I mean that's on guitars, on anything that is, because everything's really ultimately traded in dollars, so it's
absolutely
everything's getting more expensive.
It's affected our prices.
Yeah.
Although buy English.
Yeah.
None of this American stuff. They didn't invent anything.
So yeah, with some Telecasters there with, or no-casters, all sorts of stuff,
and
left-handed custom shop stuff, which nobody
does.
Yeah, we were I believe Guitar were the first people to order Rory Gallagher left-handed, and Michael Landau left-handed, and Dave Gilmour left-handed. So Jeff Beck, we've even just recently sold a left-handed relic Jaco Pastorius jazz bass. So that definitely is a guitar and made for somebody, for everybody there.
Well, I mean that's incredibly impressive. And then we've got.
It wasn't even a special order. We ordered it and was like, somebody's got to be out there to buy that, and there you go. Yeah. So sorry. So we've got Sir.
I mean, that's one of the nicest looking guitars. Yeah, actually, a little bit too much brass. I don't know.
It's amazing. I mean, that's one of their showcase guitars.
Yeah.
It's part of the collection, which is it's the highest figured wood. They really go to town on the inlays and stuff, just to really show what they can do. So that was.
And they can do a lot.
Yeah, they're amazing. Really, really high quality builders. And then there's the stuff that newer guitars that I've started doing. There's like the Alt T Pro, which is a hollow-bodied T-style guitar. Be careful not to say the telly word, but you can all see where that's coming from.
That's the way it goes.
We had this beauty traded into us a few weeks back. It's a company who we are actually speaking of CITES, it has held things up a little bit for us, but we do have some more Pensa guitars on the way to us, you know.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. And
James Taylor
guitars, which are just absolutely fantastic.
I do love that dip. The first time I saw this dipped finish, I was on Pinterest or something like that.
The schmear finish.
And the comments below was, "What wood is that? What wood is that?"
Yeah.
It's not wood. It's cool though.
Yeah. Again, the headstock kind of that has polarized a lot of people's opinions, but whether you like the headstock or not, the thing that is about them is when you pick one up and you get the guitar into your hands, is the neck just feels like the greatest thing you've ever felt. You know, they're amazing.
Headstocks are the most difficult thing to design, seriously.
But the thing is with that though, when you see it, you know it's a Taylor.
Absolutely. And that's the point of the headstock.
Yeah, there's no confusion. So moving on, there's Collins.
I think this might be actually, I think this possibly is my favourite guitar in the store. Apart from 6 over that way.
Right. Amazing. Absolutely amazing guitars.
PRS SEs, so these came from upstairs to downstairs.
Yeah.
Various Gibsons.
Yeah.
And Lustworthy.
Yeah.
How have these done for you?
The Rev Stars have done really. There's a bit of a slow start, and then we've had a bit of a run on them. You know, they're good.
I want one.
Great.
I'm allowed to want other companies' guitars. It's called research and development, and we take it and then we see what we like about it, and then build something better. Can you tell I'm starting to become a little bit overwhelmed, actually?
Yeah.
This is.
It's overwhelming. Yeah. It is.
All right,
There's a lot of you know. I think if you cannot find a guitar here that you like, you don't really like guitars. You know, I mean,
the problem is actually finding
just the one.
Just the one.
Yeah.
Okay. You've all seen Gibsons. You've all seen the PRSs. You've got all the way from the standards through to full-on Gibson historic, and come over the side, James. Actually, have a look at this beast here, the true historic.
Would you like me to move?
This was the guitar. The first time I saw one of these being played was when I decided that I wanted to be a guitar builder, and it's there.
Amazing.
How do you? I don't know.
I'm sure I can do you a really good price on it.
I'm sure you can. I'll trade you. Do you like watches? Do you want my soul? There's not much I can say about this. We might build guitars and spend years developing our own instruments, but we are all, as a result of that, and that's the reason why you're here. We are guitar geeks, and we've all got the guitar or two or three that are the reason why we do what we do.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, this has
Les
all
Paul.
been
Amazing.
You can't.
Yeah.
You just can't argue with it. 8,500, 5,500. Are they worth? Is it the badge?
I think. Well,
some of the
I think it's all in the eye of the beholder. You know, I think if you get enjoyment and value from it, then it's worth it. Obviously, not everybody can afford to pay £8,500 for a Les Paul.
And then you go the
For
four.
a guitar, but you know,
Yeah.
I think as long as you enjoy owning it, and you know, I think it is worth it.
Well, that is it. Well, look, nestled in this wall over here, in amongst, this really actually makes me very happy.
Yeah.
In amongst the PRSs is your first order of Crimsons. and I actually honestly can't tell you how excited this makes me feel. We've got. I'm speechless.
Speechless, yeah. I mean, we're really pleased to have you guys on board. We was sort of a few months back we were put in touch with you guys and sent a few samples up, and we were really impressed with the quality. Obviously, with what's happened with pound and dollars and all of that, we wanted to sort of commit a little bit more to British built instruments.
Absolutely.
And first time I saw the guitars, I was just really impressed. Definitely have your own thing going on, which is good, you know. Letting the wood be the star of the show, you know. There's not a heavily blinged up guitar. It's just really letting nice bits of wood be the star, you know. And the stuff that I've never actually seen, which
in the guitar world. Yeah. Which is kind of mind blowing, really. The mission accomplished.
Yeah, the burnt guitar, the one with the metal leaf with the poles running through it. I mean,
so that's the second copper rodded. It's the second copper rodded guitar we've built so far.
Yeah.
You saw the first just after the videos went out. And we have the Raw series. So essentially, Artist series, copper rodded, which is technically a part of the Raw series, but is really a model on its own now. A couple of burnt Descendants, and then a couple of Raw. I mean, this here is my favourite. It's an elm, English elm with cracks going through it that we've filled with epoxy and aluminium resin. It looks like lightning going through.
Yeah, amazing that fork lightning there. It's so cool.
So, well,
just amazing. I really love the design of the guitars, and there's some really nice features with the lines there. It's really appealing to the eye. In terms of feel, I mean, the necks feel great. They're really well fretted. Nice little touches, like with a access for the higher fret. So there's little wood there is actually needed. So it's easy for it to reach up to the dusty end.
In my mind, that's the most important part of a guitar.
Yeah.
If you can't play the whole thing, what's the point?
Yeah. It is really comfortable. Nice little way the wood chamfered away there is. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, like I say, we're really excited to have these guitars installed.
Well, we're excited to see how it goes for you.
Yeah.
In the end, we can sit at home in Dorset and build 100 guitars like this until it actually comes into a store, and then you phone us up in a week or two's time and say, well, so and so said this, and this. We don't know what we're doing right or wrong. Mm-hmm. We know what we like, and you've got that. Yeah. But you know, your opinions and the opinions of the public are absolutely essential.
Oh, it is, yeah.
So, well, in order to find out what your opinion is, you need to go to guitarguitar.co.uk. They are live now. Buy one of these, love it, and tell me that you love it, and tell me what you love about it, or possibly what you don't like about it. Hopefully not. Is there anything else we need to say?
I don't think so.
This was supposed to be a 15-minute video. We're here at 45 minutes. I think James's hands are about to fall off. We should go for another 15 minutes. Awesome. Look, John, thank you very, very much.
Well, thank you. Thanks for building so many great guitars. We're really excited for it.
It's an absolute pleasure.
On board, you know. So, yeah, check out our website.
guitarguitar.co.uk, crimsonguitars.com. We will be linking from our site to yours in the descriptions below. And thank you very much for watching. We love you guys. Goodbye.
Cheers.